Number one, I learned from Mr. Pelican. I saw him every morning, and this pelican, and I guess him and his friends, would swoop in and fly very close to the surface of the water looking for their breakfast. And as soon as they found it, they would swoop right in and get it. And that's what we need to do as real estate agents. We need to be surveying our environment for potential clients to work with. We don't need to be predators. I'm not trying to say that, but we need to be very observant and very in tune with what's happening around us, because opportunity is everywhere if you are conscious of looking for it. When we're at the beach, we know one wave will roll in and then another will come right behind it, and the next one and the next one. They just keep coming in, right? It's the same thing with lead generation. I always approach lead generation with there's so many leads out there mindset. I never have a scarcity mindset. Even during difficult times like right now when interest rates are a little bit higher, there are still people that have to move despite the economy. That's just the way it is, because people are always transitioning in their lives. Just like the waves are coming in, one after the other, there are leads out there. You just have to find them, whether it's cold calling, fsbos and expires, whether it's networking with people in your local community through your activity groups, maybe your church, your kids' school. There are people that need our help. Our job is to find those people. Number three, now just because the waves roll onto the beach and they kind of dance along the shoreline, they don't stay there. A little water stays, but most of it goes right back into the ocean. So what's my analogy here? Well, you're going to come into contact with a lot of people when you're making your calls, but you're not going to convert most of them. You're only going to convert a small percentage, and that's okay. But the way to protect yourself against that is volume equals victory. The more calls you make, the more conversations you have, the more relationships you create, the more successful you're ultimately going to be. Number four, when you first start out, you feel like you are swimming in the ocean looking for a piece of land to land on top of, right? And that land symbolizes a closing. And I want to let you guys know that I am right here with you. I am a new agent. I am making these videos in real time. I am trying to ramp up my business. And it can be stressful as we wait for our first closing to happen. We're looking for that land on the horizon. Where is it? Where is it? But just know that if you are working hard at your technique, you're doing role play, and you're doing everything you need to launch your business, it's going to happen. Number five, when I was at the beach last week, I went on a sunset cruise, and from the boat, I could see different houses along the coastline. There were some huge new construction mansions, and then a couple houses down, I would see a one-story, very dilapidated house that had been there for years. Really significant juxtaposition of homes. And I got to thinking, you know what, there are some really superstar agents in my market that are doing great things and are selling all kinds of houses. And then there's some other agents like myself that are just starting out and are not producing a lot. And that's okay. If you're a new realtor, you just need to focus on yourself and your own progress track and put on some blinders and not get discouraged by the progress of others. And as long as you're working hard and staying focused on your lead generation efforts, things are going to happen for you. Social media can be very distracting. It can get us to start comparing ourselves with other people, and that's not going to be good for us in the long run. Stay focused on your own progress and get to work, and things will happen. You never know when the storm clouds are going to roll on in. You never know when business is going to come to a halt. You're doing so great, you're closing all these deals, and all of a sudden, no one's picking up the phone. Deals are falling apart. What am I going to do? Well, the only way to protect yourself against the stormy days is to keep your lead generation moving, to have a strong pipeline. Remember that. It's very important. Number 7, the final lesson of the day, wear your sunscreen. What I mean by that is don't get burned in this business. Make sure you know your contracts, you know your agreements, and you associate with people that you can trust and that are looking out for your best interests as you look out for your clients' best interests. There's all kinds of people in the sales world. So make sure you interview with people before you decide to affiliate with them and that you have the same value system. You don't want to find out that you're in a boat full of people that don't have that same value system when things get a little dicey out there. Who would have thought that a trip to the beach would have so much in common with cold calling? Oh, how funny. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you on the next video.